Hello everyone! Today's video is about skin and how you can make the skin look 3D so that it doesn't look flat like a piece of bread. Here's what I'm doing. I'm adding the base color first. You have to decide which color you're gonna go with because it's gonna be your base and everything that you're gonna do is gonna be based on that. So here's the color that I'm choosing for the shadows. It's much more darker than the color of the skin, but it's not really dark enough. I am starting with light shadows and I'm gonna work my way up to the darker shadows. I'm adding the base color. In fact, the hair's base color is going to be changing a lot because I'm gonna add a lot of shadows to it. It's not gonna look the same when I add the shadows. And you can see that I am darkening the areas between the ears and the neck because that area is mostly where the shadow is shedding its shadow. I don't know what's up with that. Anyways, here for adding shadows, I am using the smudge tool that you can see the bar above the painting. I am selecting the smudge tool and I'm doing it because I want to just like flatten the areas that I add shadows to so that it doesn't look edgy. I don't want it to look more textured than it has to, right? And I added more like fleshness to the whole character. The ears are more redder now because I wanted to look more like skin color because skin color has more red in it. It has more blood in it than we think it has. Like we don't have to be afraid of adding more colors to the skin. It's really okay for us to just add colors to it that we think is going to match the color of the skin, and redness of the color is much more than you think. But you have to always keep in mind that there's a direction of the light that you need to base your shadows on that. If you just start adding shadows from everywhere, then your figure is not gonna look cohesive and it's gonna look like it has some sunburn on the skin. It's just gonna look weird. And I'm using the same color as the ears to just like add it to the nose because the nose itself is a lot redder in so many characters. So it's like really a typical thing for the ear and the nose to look a lot more redder. So keep in mind that the direction of your light is going to be, the source of the light should be determined before you even go into the painting. You have to know where the light is shedding so that the shadow is in the right place. Like I'm doing here in the sphere, you can see that the shadow is right beneath the source of the light and it has to be cohesive with all other part of it. You can actually imagine the cheeks and the whole hair as that sphere. It has the same feature as this sphere, but it's a little bit more flat. That's going to make it so that you're gonna be able to determine where the shadow is going to be and where the light is going to be. After I'm done with the shading, I try to focus much more on the texture and adding details to it. And so as you can see, I am trying to add details to the hair, which is like me just lowering the size of my brush and trying to add lines, multiple lines to the hair so that it looks like hair. You know, it doesn't look like a huge block of brown. And for finishing touch, I try to add some highlight to it. I try to add highlight to the nose so that it shows where the light is hitting the object. It's like that sphere that I showed you. You have to determine where the light is exactly hitting the object. And for the hair, some part of it is much more exposed to the light, so it's, you know, lighter. And that's it for today. I hope that it was helpful. Thank you for watching. Have a nice week.